My name is Patrick McNair, and I'm your host of This Is Real, This is Raleigh. Thank you for joining. This is Real, This is Raleigh. I'm your host, Patrick McNair, and today, my special guest, my buddy, Mr. Quick. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, bro. Good to see you.
It's absolutely a pleasure to see you today.
Oh, man.
Thank you for coming out today.
Always, brother.
Yes,
Always.
sir. Yes, sir.
Always.
So this is Real. This is Raleigh. You've been a guest, or not a guest, but a viewer for the last several weeks here. And so you've been checking out the show, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And so you know how I roll. Mm-hmm. You have no clue what I'm going to ask you today.
no clue at all.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk about no dead skins or nothing like that today. I started to come in here with my Ravens jersey on, but I said, nah, let's not do that today. Let's not do that today. So Quick.
Yes, sir.
Raleigh. Raleigh. How long have you been here in Raleigh?
Great question. First off, I'd like to say hello to all the Raleigh community, supporters, of this great podcast we have with my buddy here, Mr. Patrick McNair. We need you.
Need you.
Subscribe.
And like.
And
share. Yes, sir.
You heard it. You know what I mean? We
That's
do
right.
this together.
Hey.
All right, so getting back to you, I've been in Raleigh. Well, actually, it started in Nightdale. I moved to Nightdale 1999.
Okay.
Actually was back and forth. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. For those who got the lingo, the Slim, the Champs, the Joes, and that sort of thing. That's all me. Was born Southeast Washington, D.C. I was blessed to be fortunate to come down to North Carolina. Of course, we go through things. I was in the street a lot.
Yeah.
Needed a change of pace. Went to college at Delaware State. Did one semester there. Got kicked out.
Hey, but you did it.
Yeah. So my goal was to be an aerospace engineer. Wasn't good in math, but I was a social guy.
Okay.
Love people. I was in a go-go band for a minute. Love music, instruments, but it was just something that I needed to control for myself.
Okay.
Didn't like working. We talked about that before, corporate with me. So what was going on in my life, I was just searching. Came here, I remember I was driving at New Bern Avenue. Everybody from Raleigh know New Bern Avenue.
Yeah.
I'm actually going towards Bojangles and South Side. I looked to the left, something tell me, look to the left. I looked to the left, it was a barber school. Longview Shopping Center, Cheryl's. Much love to them. Gave my opportunity. I went to barber school, never looked back.
Okay. So that's kind of the background. Now, I introduced you as Quick.
You did.
So for those that have seen or maybe affiliated, noticed you around, what are you doing right now? Quick.
I'm actually Quick. I'm involved. Well, I am Cuts by Quick.
You are.
Let's just say that.
You
I
are.
don't want to say that.
You are.
Humble. But,
That's Cuts by Quick?
I am Cuts by Quick. And actually, that's how me and my good buddy right here, Pat, met when I started 2005. I started my first barbershop in Nightdale. Railroad Street. Small, 350, I believe, 378 square feet. Yep. Very small. I was there less than a year because the roof, not the roof, but the floor caved in on the other side. I had so many of my clients waiting on me. They were on the bottom of the floor. Basically, my landlord told me that I would have to pay for it. I didn't even own it. So next thing I know, fast forward a year, I was in Nightdale, behind Nightdale Elementary School. Great place. At that time, another slumlord, unfortunately, didn't have heat. I can tell you, one particular time we didn't have heat, and I brought my kerosene heater in the middle of the floor. I put potpourri with some water in a pot, and we were cutting. Yeah, so these are the things that got me to where I'm at now. Cuts by Quick is now, located in Walmart's. 3 locations right now. Tarboro, Mooresville, North Carolina, and Garner, right off 4500 Fayetteville Road.
So pause right there, right? So in less than 5 minutes, you've gone from getting kicked out of Delaware State, right?
That's right.
Driving down New Bern Avenue toward Bojangles. Coming up on Cheryl's, something told you to look, divine intervention, guided you down that path. 20 years later, right, about that.
That's right.
Here you are on the cusp of being a mogul. I'm going to call you that. Because I don't think people understand when it comes to being a small business owner, a black male small business owner on a level that you're on the cusp of being. To be able to say that you are located inside of a what? Walmart?
Yes, sir.
From a barbershop where you had so many customers, they were falling through the floor. You didn't have heat to being inside of a Walmart supercenter, right?
That's right.
3 of them.
That's right.
I mean, you really have to pause and just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's a blessing. I always give praises to the man upstairs every day. Pat, we used to have stories in the barbershop cutting your hair, how if you lose a couple of barbers, and this is just talking to all the youth that's out here who thinking about getting into something. I'm talking to you. College is great. But you have to also tell yourself, are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for somebody else?
Because
I was doing it for somebody else.
That's it. I mean, because a lot of times that's what happens. You go to college because you were told to.
That's right.
You were told that's where you're supposed to. If you want a good job, you have to go to college and learn. Pay for them books, pay for that school, and then hope to get a good job. Right?
That's right.
To pay back the loans. Right?
That's right.
What I found today in this world, what we're evolving to, a lot of crafts, a lot of trades are being overlooked. But if you look around the corner, this is really what we need in this country right now.
I agree.
People with skill sets like you, because it doesn't matter if I'm the CEO or the CIO or the CFO or just the average worker.
That's right.
I need to look good. Who am I going to see? I'm going to Cuts by Quick. I'm going to somebody like that who can keep me in line and keep me looking good so I can perform good, so I can feel good.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So I applaud it. I applaud it. I applaud, a lot of the drive. So was it your upbringing, your parents, was it your surroundings? How did you decide that not only being a barber, right, but owning a barbershop was the path for you?
Great question. Definitely my upbringing, my family, my structure. Of course, as we are and we get older and we start to see things and ask questions from our history, our tradition, our family. And in my path and my journey here, my real father wasn't in my life. So, of course, as a male, I got 4 sisters. So there you go. I'm trying to figure myself out as a male, and at the same time, you're always trying to find where your father is. Luckily for me, I was blessed to have a great stepdad, who I call my dad now, Ted Keys, who gave me structure. Of course, it was rough because he's from the military background. You know how that go.
Yeah.
Teach you how to make your bed up. If it's not right, he put a cord on it. If the cord don't bounce up, then you didn't do it right. You got to do it over. So that's the type of structure I had. Of course, it wasn't always flowers, but we got through. And I think that's what showed me how to work. I had a job early. At the same time, if I didn't have a job coming in, he made sure that I did odd jobs, neighborhood, around the house, that sort of thing. So you had to earn your keep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I saw that early. So with that, I always had the mindset of I always wanted to show them I wanted to do better because I felt a little change when I felt like I was responsible for me not doing my college thing.
Okay.
So I felt like, because my parents sacrificed a lot. I'm talking about I would hear stories how a couple of days they would eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches just so I was okay at Delaware State, right? So back in my mind, I always remembered that. So now where I see myself now, I tell myself, if anything, I want to have this for my parents because they're from the DMV area. They're now here now, which I now have all my family here in North Carolina within the last 3 years. So it's a blessing, man. I just think, the man upstairs is making a way. It's all about timing, too. Also, I teach at Wake Tech. So I'm teaching the youth to try to do something where it can change their life for a long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
So being in Raleigh, this show's about Raleigh and being in Raleigh, the perspective of various individuals when it comes to being in Raleigh, right? You're coming from up north, Delaware State, southeast side, Washington, D.C. You got to Raleigh, and it had to be a culture shock.
Totally.
It had to be a culture shock, but you're still here. Why?
I need some more water. Yeah, oh my goodness, man. I'm not a quitter.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not a quitter.
So you feel like something's here that's worth it. I imagine. I don't want to be putting words in your mouth, but there has to be something here that's attractive to you. I know you just said that your parents, your family is all here in the last couple of years.
That's right.
But what brought them here?
Seeing that they have a family that's growing. I have 2 daughters. And I think my family, we always were close-knit.
Okay.
So it's now that time where we've been in DMV. That's great. Now it's time to come on down North Carolina.
So compare and contrast the DMV area to the Raleigh area when you're talking about from a family perspective, right? So you talking about you got 2 daughters, businessman, family is important.
Definitely.
So try to compare and contrast. I know you were younger when you were in DMV,
That's right.
but you're grown here. Try to compare and contrast the lifestyle of a family man in the DMV area as opposed to what you experience here in Raleigh, to the best of your ability.
I can tell you right now, I have numerous friends and family still in the DMV area, right? Talk to them on a consistent basis. DMV is to the point where cost of living is very high. Most of my friends have 3 or more different jobs just to make ends meet. You don't have too much time for yourself. And the tension in DC is high. And the crime rate. North Carolina totally changed my perspective on the family when I moved here. I was always resistant with North Carolina due to the fact I'm from DC, so I never would want to think that another area is better than mine. Right?
That's my home.
Right.
I rep your city.
So I was very resistant, but I would never change it.
Yeah. Yep.
Not one day I would never change it. I just saw how my daughter's interaction. The inclusion is great. Ethnicities are so wide range and everyone gets along. It's a place that most people wouldn't think that you would have a great family presence here.
Growing up, the DC scene, the go-go scene, whatever, little bit more fast paced than a Raleigh.
True.
I would say.
True.
And so, that's attractive to the younger crowd, 20 somethings, I would imagine. It was, right? But like you said, we mature, we get a little bit older, our perspectives, our priorities change, our focus changes.
That's right.
When you look at the landscape of North Carolina, you've made some successful business decisions in your life and your career.
Thank you.
Would you imagine that you would have the same level of success had you stayed in the DMV area, the DC area? Why not?
First thing is opportunity is different.
Okay.
Yeah, the opportunity is different. Meaning, you're starting something where you didn't do where you were before. Okay, so now if I would just do the same thing in the area, I would be more saturated with ones who already been doing it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So in a different area, they don't know you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll try them. I don't even know them.
Right.
So I'm getting a better, you'll be more inviting to me versus quick. Versus if I went to DMV and that's not quick.
Yeah.
By the way, my name's Alton Mitchell. I just want to say that.
Finally.
But yeah, Alton Mitchell. So they know me as Alton Mitchell or Lamar at DMV, right?
Right.
So I just think me opening the doors and me being somewhere new, open the doors way, I don't want to say way better, but it's more inviting. More inviting.
Okay. So now, fast forward to what you got going today. You cuts by quick. You're in Walmart's. You're over an instructor over at Wake Tech.
Yes, sir.
We kind of share that bond with Wake Tech here.
That's right.
And what else are you doing?
I actually have a barber beauty refinement. That's another segue under Cuts by Quick umbrella. And basically that's where I do my training. I teach barbers to be barbers, in which I can give them certification due to the fact I'm a teacher, so we can give them continue education hours, that sort of thing. I teach registered barbers how to be barber instructors, like myself. It's kind of like I guess you say like a practice SAT, where I'm showing them actually how to actually be like a mock barber instructor exam. And I also, right now I'm jumping into, hopefully, where I can start going around the United States doing this teaching, where I can teach consultants on how to get a good barber shop and get barbers. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Nationwide.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Nationwide. That's all right.
But first I got to get my locals to come see me.
Hey, man. So, one thing that I'm going to say that I haven't said to your face that I admire about you've always found a way to give back to the community. And so I'm going to push it back to your book bag giveaways,
That's
your
right.
book bag drives. Now, as businessmen, we know, as a black man, we know it wasn't always us, right? There was always somebody else out there trying to, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, making sure that we had an opportunity to get there. You talked about it a few minutes ago. There was an opportunity. There's more opportunity here.
Right.
Just describe a little bit about, your why. Like, why do you feel the need to give back, to be involved, to be a presence in the community, given everything that you have going on?
It's funny you say that, and you threw that why in there. So first off, we got to give praises out, flowers to E.T. Eric Thomas, one of my greatest motivational guys that helped me get through my business, Wake Tech. My students know about him. Vision without execution is hallucination. So coming back to what you said, my why is for the community. Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to be a barber. And it's a lot of it actually really embarks who I am. If you all was with the beginning of this podcast to now, didn't have a real father, right? Stepfather jumped in. So me wanting to always have that bond with a father figure, I always told myself I would always love to be a father to each one of these young kids who don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
So each time I have a kid come in my shop and have a father, I would always talk to him, talk to the mom, and try to get a rapport with her. Because that's the hardest thing, is from 10 years old to 13. You got to grab them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to grab them. If you don't grab them, we don't know what's going to happen. So when the community thing helped me, 2006, I just started 5 book bags, got them from Roses. I remember. A couple of supplies. But I knew 5 book bags, if I gave 5 book bags to a couple of people, it might change one person's life.
Mm-hmm.
Might not change all of them, but just one. Fast forward, talked to Pat. He helped me doing my event, whole lot of different sponsors. We turned 5 book bags to 8 years later to 500 book bags.
Mm-hmm.
Started in Cuts by Quick Barbershop, went over to Forestville School, right? Yeah, Forestville School. Nightdale, the community embrace, the mayor embrace. 2019, I received a Community Activist Award in Nightdale because of this. So, yeah, the community is the reason why I did it. If I could be a father to each one of those young kids I cut hair throughout my 20 years, hey, I'd do it all over again.
You know, you turn the news on today. It doesn't matter what city you're in America. You turn the news on, and there's a car chase or a robbery or a stabbing or a shooting, and a lot of them are being perpetrated by young, kids. 13, 14, 15. I was watching the news the other day. There was a 13-year-old led the cops on a chase, right? High-speed chase, 120-something miles an hour. 13 years old. So imagine, in your mind's eye, had somebody like a Quick or a scout leader or a church leader or just somebody walking down the street who had passed this wayward individual, this 13-year-old, had a moment in time to just impart some knowledge on them. Take a minute and say, "Hey, young man, let's go for a ride. You need a haircut? Let me go. Let me help you out." And I think of that, and I think about the stuff that you do, the stuff I do with scouts, and it's just, it all adds up to making change. We can't change the whole world, but we can start with one, and that one grows and grows and grows. That's how you change the world. That's the recipe right there.
It takes a village, okay?
It takes a village, and it takes a community to buy into that concept. But nowadays, you see a lot of people who just want to stay
closed. Yeah,
I don't want. I ain't peeking. I don't want to see what's going on.
That's true.
But when trouble comes knocking at your door, you gonna wish that you had stepped out there and done something. So I applaud you for your efforts, brother. I appreciate it. And if there's any time that you have another event, the call.
Oh, it's funny you say that. It's actually coming. I actually partnered up and let Walmart know when I came into the Walmart family. And let's just say that great family, great district managers. They just so warm welcoming to me, my staff, and my barber. So we're coming together. They have We Care, and we actually have We Care with Wake Tech. Okay. But it's going to be a little bit different, where I'm going to definitely do appreciation for the kids, and I will be definitely letting you know, Pat. You'll be the first one to know. So, but yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a lot of events for our kids at the Walmart.
Okay, great. Yeah. Let's talk about how Raleigh used to be as compared to what it is today. You see a lot of development and a lot of growing, a lot of traffic. Is starting to look a lot more like a lot of different areas now with the development and the expansion of the Raleigh area. Right. And when I speak about Raleigh, it's not just the Raleigh, it's the Nightdales, it's the Careys, the Apexes, it's the whole area.
That's right.
So as you look at the landscape when you're driving down, head toward that Bojangles the next time? When you look over, what do you see? What do you see?
I see growth.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of growth. Of course, with growth and expansion, you're gonna have population rise. I think that's a given. But I do see a lot of growth. I see $1 billion industry with the barbershop and the hair industry. I see a great technology force that's going to grow in Raleigh, especially RDU, where I'm at in Mooresville. You see it every day. Definitely growth. Change. It's going to have to change because you have more population. So I believe the North Carolinians, the ones that's been here for a while, they're going to have to change because it's getting younger.
Mm-hmm. So what does North Carolina, what does Raleigh need? You've been around the world. Mm-hmm. You have an opportunity to travel and teach and speak and do different things. Mm-hmm. You're looking here and the next generation that's trying to come on board and raise their families here and plant seeds and to grow their businesses. Mm-hmm. What does Raleigh need to do, to provide, to be, to have, to set it up so that the next quick who comes through can be successful?
Open the door.
Okay.
Open the door, meaning it's no more closed-minded anymore. The world is now more open. Unfortunately, somewhat is not filtered, but it's more openness. I think as business opportunities come forward, they should be, I ain't gonna say they, but North Carolina, where we live, more open.
Okay.
More open.
Mm-hmm. So what's next for you? I know you talked about the potential to go around the country consulting, mm-hmm. but what else? What else is new? What's going on?
Right now, Pat, I'm just I'm enjoying the ride. I'm just loving bringing more barbers into Cuts by Quick. Right now, I'm looking forward to a franchise, probably in the next couple of years.
Okay.
But of course, I'm still with my LLC, and just to give you all a understanding of LLC and franchise, if any of you all looking to go into franchise, of course, LLC is the right way to go for you all small businesses. But just to let you know, a franchise, you can buy into a franchise or you can be a franchise. Example, Chick-fil-A is a franchise. How I'm going to be different is I want my LLC to still follow my franchise. So what happens is my different locations, if one location doesn't work, God forbid, but it won't damage the other ones. All right. So now I'm trying to do my research on franchise, see if that opportunity is great for Cuts by Quick going on in the future. But right now, great ride, getting barbers. They're graduating at a great rate right now. We actually have a graduation for my barbering class in October. Then we have one for our full-time class in October too. So we have barbers that now see this $1 billion industry and they want in. And I definitely commend you all and say, come on in.
There's a couple different aspects to being a barber, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. One, you got to be an artist.
That's right.
You got to see what's underneath all of that stuff.
That's right.
Two, you have to be personable, right? Mm-hmm. Because the know, like, and trust of it, right? The know, like, and trust of that relationship between a barber and his client, that can make or break.
That's right.
Your career as a barber. Mm-hmm. Are you seeing this next generation of barbers who are coming through your classes, coming through your school that you guys are employing, mm-hmm. as understanding how important that customer service is, or are they missing that?
It's half and half.
Okay.
I think the generation, I forgot what you call them, Gen X. Z's, yeah.
The ones behind us.
Right. I think it's a learning curve with them.
Yeah.
Because it's all about, you know.
Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
right now.
Right. So the sociable is kind of like they stay away from that. But as you continue to go into the barber curriculum at Way Tech, we let it be known that's the first thing
Okay.
that has to be addressed. So first thing we teach them is life skills. That's number one.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to see if you got it here first.
Yeah.
All right, that's the first month. So I'm doing a lot of breaking your barrier under your skin. Let's just say that. But yeah, we have to let you know what's going to be expected of you as a barber. And most students don't see that. You have to have tough skin. You got to deal with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And number one thing is barbering is probably 28%. And the rest is, like you said, social skills, counseling, personality, all the rest of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, not that I'm trying to give a class on barbering.
Right. You're doing great, though.
I mean, if I was teaching it right, I'm like, as a client of barbers, you know, I know what I need to see. I need to see my barber punctual. I need to see them as listeners.
That's right.
So those skills right there, right? Because if I'm telling you I need this type of haircut and you can't deliver it, is there a breakdown in communication, or you just the skill set? You know what I'm saying? But then also, yes, it's a relationship, but you can't take it personal, right? Because you never know what's on the other side of, well, I can't make it this week, or I can't, you know, the schedule doesn't work for me, or whatever it is.
Right.
You can't take it personal.
That's right.
But at the same time, it is personal because you cut my head. You know? So let me tell you this.
That's right.
When I was in the Marines, right, we had to get haircuts every week.
That's right.
Right. And so back then, haircuts were $3. Right. Yeah, cut you. Cut you. But $3. You know, you got a nice haircut, line up, you want $5? Okay.
Right.
You give them a tip and you good. But that was a requirement for us. We had to get our haircuts and we had to have our clothes, our uniforms pressed. Right. Because you can't show up beat up.
That's right.
Because that's when your performance, you know, you
Kind
don't
of
want
like
that.
how you aligning it up right now, how we should be out here in the world. Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So, you know, back then I had my relationship with a couple barbers, but I only let a couple people cut my hair. You don't let everybody cut your hair. Part of it is the relationship.
That's right.
And a lot of people don't understand that barbers, they fill a societal void in a lot of people's lives. Do you talk about this mental health epidemic that's going on in this country right now? How many afros you see around, right? Increase in afros, you know, increase in mental health. You see what I'm saying? You probably didn't think about that. Let me pat that and put it out there.
I like that.
But you think about how much time people are not spending with a hairdresser or professional, whether it be the barbershop or the beauty salon or whatever, because they want to do their own thing.
Yeah, self-healing, self-medication, self-everything.
Right. But socialization goes along with mental health and mental peace. The more that you are around people. And so that's why I say barbers and beauticians and people of that nature, cosmetic people who are trying to make you the person better. There is a societal void for those trades and those people, and it's evident in our mental health overall.
That's a good point.
Right. I know that's a leap. I know that's a leap and everything. Y'all might not be able to catch that until next Tuesday, but you know.
That's true, bro.
But you know, we need more careers, more people with these skill sets where they can communicate and bridge that gap, so people can stop being so independent, so isolated.
That's right.
That's just my little soapbox for the day.
No, I agree with you, because just think, you have more. Now you have the generation that not social. They're going to have kids. So how are their kids going to act?
What they going to look like? You know, you got people out here not cutting their hair, not brushing their hair, not combing their hair, not washing. Yeah, it's just
Yeah. We gotta start from the bottom though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So, but we digress a little bit. So back to
Let's do it.
back to it. So you talked about what's next. Is there going to be another expansion to another location?
Yeah, just to let you know, I'm gonna probably, my goal is to do at least 2 to 3 locations in Walmart each year. Right now, I wanted to give myself probably a 2-month break, but I'm thinking, hopefully, God forbid, everything works out. In May, I'll be looking for another location.
Okay. All right. All right. So we covered a lot of topics. Where you from, who you're at, where you're at right now. And I didn't want to pass up this opportunity to see what you have on your mind that you might want to talk about today.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna be the host right now. How y'all doing? All right.
Turn the tables.
Yeah. I can't say his signature thing, so I ain't even gonna try.
This is real. This is Raleigh.
There you go. Thank you for introducing me. So, I want to present a good friend of mine, Pat, something that we got made for him. It's a Cuts by Quick shirt. His size, extra large, but due to the fact he's been part of my circle, good guy. Even though Baltimore Ravens, I'm DC, he right around the corner, but he like them, but we're not gonna worry about that. But I wanted to bless him with that. He's been a wonderful supporter for me and my brand. He's been a good friend throughout probably 12 or 15 years I've known him. Great guy, gives me a lot of gems. He's also a mentor himself, helping out the youth with his Boy Scout thing and that sort of thing. So I definitely appreciate him. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
And some more flies for you.
Okay.
If I haven't told y'all, Cuts by Quick.
All right.
Yep, a couple of flies for you, bro.
All right. All right. Well, I appreciate that.
Always. And I want to give a couple of shout outs if I can. The people I want to just say who helped me throughout my journey. First off, we want to give a shout out to Keith. Good dude who made these shirts called First Dibs LLC. He embroidered, screen print, all that. Check him out. He's in Raleigh. Also, we want to give a shout out to Orianne Danos. She's my great friend, like my sister. She's combined with me in my barber beauty refinement. Of course, she also helps me out. She's a colorist. She's a great stylist. I love her to death. Thank you, Orianne. William Graham, my director at Wake Tech. He's the one that gave me my opportunity to be who I am. I appreciate you, my brother. Timothy McIntosh. He's my Park West owner. Park West, who gave me my first shot as a real instructor. He's also from DMV. Good guy. Thank you, Tim. Sherrod Holloway and Dennis Horn. Great, valuable people that came in my life while I was an instructor, gave me some great tips on how to be an instructor and got me who I am now. Good friends. I appreciate y'all. And, of course, my mom, my dad, Monty Faison, Roger Ray, those people who gave me my opportunity in Nightdale, made me who I am now. Can't forget y'all. Appreciate y'all. And J&D Barbershop from Fayetteville. And a funny story, just want to let y'all know about that. I worked at J&D Barbershop in Fayetteville off Rayford Road for about 5 months. And the reason I went out there because I was a hothead at mostly barbershops, so I tell y'all. So I was fighting a lot in the barbershops. Yeah. So with that being said, I got kicked out on them in Nightdale, so I could only go to one. And one guy gave me a shot. It was in Fayetteville. I had to drive an hour away. And that didn't last long because I came there late, and he didn't like it, old school guy. But opportunity was great because I got to see how they cut on a base type of barbershop, which what you was talking about. And on Sundays and Mondays, I never seen that much money come through a barbershop.
Yeah.
But just letting you all know, you might have to go to various locations. You might have to do things you don't want to do to get where you need to go. And I would always, and I would never, ever change what I did. If I could do it all over again, I definitely would. But for you all business owners and those who want to do podcasts like Mr. McNair here, want to do the mobile access trucks and want to just see what you need to do, go out there and do it. You sitting back thinking and hoping you're going to do it ain't doing nothing.
Nothing.
And like Mr. Thomas say, vision without execution is hallucination.
Peace, brother. That's facts. All right. Well, quick. Bless you. I appreciate you being here today.
Always.
Time is our most precious commodity.
That's right, bro.
And I
We can't get it
appreciate
back.
you spending your time today with me and our fellow viewers. Folks, he gave a lot of shout outs today. I'm not going to charge him for the sponsorships.
No.
But if you want to be a sponsor for any of my podcasts going forward, or if you want to be a guest on the show, you have something insightful to show or to talk about, contact us. And in the meantime, share, like, and subscribe to This Is Real. This is Raleigh. Peace.